to see what they sound like.
Yeah, it'll be something similar to like the Trigger Teddy voice.
Yeah, I think it'll be a mix of Trigger Teddies and probably Clown Gremlin.
I imagine the mannequins emitting like shriek type of noises, just like screaming.
Yeah, I think everyone said they're going to be like a feral, possessed type animal noise. They're going to be like, they're just going to be crazy.
Yeah,
Vince has
yeah,
described them
exactly.
as crazy, so yeah.
Like you will not be able to reason with them. They will kill you any
Yeah.
chance they get.
And Hive Mind just adds into that fact as well, or that theory, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else, or shall we move on to level 10?
I feel it's a good time to move on.
Level 10. So, first question right off the bat is the Nemesis wannabe the enemy of level 10?
Oh boy. Okay. So I feel level 10 is either that thing or Evil Doug. There's no way it's anything else. I'd be very surprised.
We do know that it is a shard. It's a normal DD level. We know that.
Yes, I remember you asked that yesterday. I think all the levels are gonna be shards. Does that just make sense?
Yeah, I think he said like it's gonna be normal D. Like he just said basically like you always have the DD formula when you enter the maze. You go get shards, and that's true in the past. Yeah. Barely Buried. Technically, you don't need to. We shouldn't be collecting shards in Barely Buried. There's nothing for us to grab, but we still collect shards in it anyway.
That's a really good point. But why are they?
I think that's just because later. Yeah, but that's just because obviously Vince wants to keep the DD formula. So, level 10 is a normal collecting theme. We know the final ring piece is in level 10. Well, we assume the final ring piece is in level 10.
It probably is. It likely is. I have no idea what level 10 is, like, what the environment's even going to be.
I think it's just going to be hell. I think it's just going to be a hellish environment.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people have suggested that the enemy might be a shapeshifter. What are your thoughts on that?
That would be very interesting. We know that there's always been this theory going around for years that one of the last levels is going to combine all the nightmares together. So what if the shapeshifter just keeps transforming into random enemies that we faced in the past?
That would be awesome.
So like mid-chase. Yeah, on you go.
Yeah, they're like, I don't expect much from Chapter 5, but if there is not a level that doesn't bring back past monsters in a gameplay sense, I will actually be a little let down.
Because all it's going to say is, maybe level 10, if the shapeshifter thing is true, so maybe that's its true form, what Vince showed, but maybe the reason Vince isn't showing... Vince said he's not shown us his full face. We don't know what he actually looks like.
So, yeah, it's very, like, shrouded in darkness.
So maybe that is a good point, that he is a shapeshifter. Like, imagine one point you're getting chased by him, then you're getting chased by Agatha. 2 seconds later, you hear Lucky saying, "Want a race?" And then
that'd be absolute madness, but I'd love to see it.
Ragai gets PTSD from Lucky Speed Boost again.
Yeah. Although the thing is, I know that Vince did confirm that the monsters are returning, so I'm not sure if he would actually just have the monsters just straight up appear as themselves in a zone later on in another level.
Well, about level 10, like, I think that enemy, the Nemesis type enemy, we don't know what he said, so I just call him the Nemesis type enemy.
Yeah, it's fair. I don't think Vince has referred to him as anything else but, like, monster.
Monster, yeah, or creature. Creature's kind of what he's being called as well. So...
I just came across the thing on Twitter, like, the thing that, teased this thing. The tagline for it is, "Every journey has an end," so I'm pretty sure the last ring piece is in the stage. Yeah,
that's what I said as well. That's why because people weren't entirely fixated on that's level 10's monster. Like, but I said that the caption makes sense. Level 10 is the final ring piece, so it would make sense.
Isn't the pillar next to the 10th portal, like, broken or something?
It is. That's again why I think level 10 is going to be some sort of hellish environment, hellish landscape.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, the final obstacle. I feel bad for mortals who go here first.
Oh yeah, but I don't think that I don't think you're gonna load into like a space station or something. I think you're gonna go into hell.
And just literal hell, like fire and.
Yeah, like a Doom, like a Doom level, basically.
Yeah. Another idea for this enemy is that these are Malik's like dedicated henchmen.
That's a good strong theory as well. Also, it's not. We know that Malik won't be an enemy of level 10. But it's still possible. Level 10 could be Malik's lair.
Yeah, I feel that's definitely possible.
And I've said before, like, wouldn't it make sense for Malik to keep one of the ring pieces literally in his lair?
Yeah, it'd be pretty dumb of him not to do that. Although Malik is not exactly the smartest.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Apparently, Vince has said that like he will actually be a threat in chapter. Like he will actually not mess around in chapter 5.
Yeah, we're 100% getting a Malik boss fight at some point in
Oh, I
chapter
can't
5.
wait. Yeah, I think I think Malik and Beerus, one of them's gonna go at the end of the game. One of them's gonna die.
I have a very, very strong feeling it's going to be Beerus. Malik has like that whole book series coming up, and he's just such an important character in the world of Dark Deception that I feel like he has to stick around. Beerus, we kind of know most of her life through her diaries, and it just feels like if they like the end of Dark Deception 1 is where her story would also end.
Oh yeah, I agree. I heavily agree. But
So
yeah,
Malik's definitely going to stick around in my mind.
But what I'm thinking is, we still have more character teasers. Do you think they will show us the level 10 boss eventually?
Nah, I don't think they're going to show the boss before launch.
So you don't think they're going to do a teaser? I mean, we didn't think they were going to show us level 9's boss, but they did.
That is true. That is true. And okay, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. Definitely not for a while. And I doubt they'll show a full body of the level 10 boss.
And to end off on chapter 10, Vince said he will eventually show us some of them all in the devlogs and probably the trailer as well. Do you think Vince is going to reveal level 10's location?
Probably. He said he wouldn't reveal Torment Therapy, but he still kind of did for the trailer.
He did for the trailer, yeah. Although technically he didn't lie. He didn't give us anything for Torment Therapy until the final
that is
trailer.
True. And I was going to say, do you think we're going to get music for this level anytime soon?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I was going to say, I think some of the OST we already have are tied to level 10.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, Vince said we still have a lot of OSTs to go over.
Yeah, like Chapter 4 is like 20 OSTs, and Chapter 5 tops that, so, oh boy.
We still have, if I had to make a guess, we still probably have 3 Mannequin OSTs left, which I think will be either a chase or a shard collecting theme, the boss theme, and probably an escape theme.
Yeah, escape themes just seem pretty standard for DD, you know?
I think the OSTs we're getting right. As we know, Vince likes to do them in an order. So he did Torment Therapy. No, he did Mascot Mayhem, then Torment Therapy, then Billy. You know, he does them together.
Yeah.
And if there's anything added at the end, he adds them back in, like Trigger Teddy Picnic or Healing Hospitality. Yeah. But also keeping in mind that there's also themes that Vince doesn't always want to share. Closing Time and the real meat, I believe, weren't supposed to be revealed. They got leaked by accident.
Yeah.
It was through Daniel Dombrowski's YouTube page, I believe.
Yeah, because they were... Because, you know, they thought Chapter 4 was going to release, like, much earlier, so they started, like, prepping, like, the OST release for stuff like Spotify and whatnot.
But it looks like Vince wasn't going to reveal those tracks. I think he was going to keep them.
No. Especially, like, you know, Closing Time, and I think Collection Call was even one of those tracks.
But if we've not gotten level 10 yet, do you eventually we're going to get a level 10 OST and it's going to have the creature on the thumbnail?
Most likely. I can see that happen.
Alright, so anything else you want to add for level 10?
Nah, I got, like, nothing in mind for
I know. Here's the thing, we know something about it, but we also don't. it's hard to explain.
It's unlikely, but this creature might not even be for level 10. It's unlikely, but it's possible.
Level 11 and level 12. This is really where people start scratching their heads. At least you can actually theorize level 10 based on a ring piece. What the hell's going to happen in level 11 and level 12?
So, my original idea is level 11 would be against Malik.
Yeah, that's what I think.
This would be Malik's stage.
I actually think level 11 might be Malik's lair.
Yeah, most likely. I could do that. And because there is the whole thing with, like, Vince said there was, like, 4 endings, which threw me off, because I thought there would only be, like, 3 max. So I have no idea how... Because we know that the last level is only obtainable through S ranks.
Yeah, I think level 12 is the S rank level, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and it's pretty safe to assume that that's the canon level. Like
That'll
that's
be
the
the
canon
canon
ending.
ending, yeah. And how I
Um,
think things are going to go is level 10, you beat it. Bierce has the Riddle of Heaven. And if actually, perfect timing, me and Rye were joking about, we got another teaser today for Chapter 5.
yes.
And I want to talk about it because I think
Yeah.
that that's not the Bierce we're familiar with. I think that's a whole other
Nah.
Bierce. Have
Yeah.
you noticed that the Bierce has really bright lipstick and looks a lot younger?
Yes. The lipstick in particular threw me. Like it honestly makes me think for a sec that it's Elise, but I know it's probably not.
I think the suit it's Bierce, judged by the suit. And also Bierce actually does
Yes,
kind of have like a soul shard necklace. Kinda.
that's true. Yes.
So, do you think when Bierce gets the Riddle of Heaven, she's going to be powerful? She has Malik's power. Malik's a demon. Demons don't age. You know, demons don't die of age. So, do you
Exactly,
think
and
Bierce is going to make herself young again?
I can see that because well, I'm not sure how old Bierce was when she was like in the industry and all that, but I imagine younger. She'll probably want to
Yeah.
like revert herself back to her prime.
Because that's what I wanted to talk about as well. I think Bierce, it was the 1930s when Bierce had her
Yes, it
run ins
was
with Malik. Do you think that she was in her 20s or 30s at that time?
probably max 30s. I don't see her because I doubt she'd be able to get a job if she was any
Because here's
older.
the thing, Bierce is clearly aged. But here's the thing, I think Bierce is aged in the purgatory, but also not aged. She has actually aged, like you can see her white hair and everything, and she looks old.
Mhm.
She's elderly. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it doesn't do anything to her. Like physically, she de-ages, but she doesn't kind of if I'm trying to explain it, like she doesn't actually feel the effects of aging.
No, yeah, I get what you mean.
Because keep in mind,
Um,
she has a soul shard. She has a ring piece on her at all times. Even with one ring piece, you gain power.
yeah, she was able to just like send Malik out of the ballroom just with that one piece.
Because I'm thinking that one ring piece is the reason she hasn't died of old age.
Probably, yeah, and even Malik said that she binded it to her soul.
Exactly. So if she loses that ring piece, I think Bierce would just shrivel up and die.
That might be how she actually dies, yeah. She does.
So when she gets the Riddle of Heaven, she becomes young, and then obviously at this point, I think Bierce won't betray us. I do think Bierce will betray us, but not yet. I think Bierce still needs our help to defeat Malik.
Yeah.
So level
Um,
11, Malik's Lair, Malik boss fight.
yes, I could see that happening. I strongly feel that there is at some point in chapter 5 going to be like a branching point where you make a decision.
That's
You
what
finally
I
pick
was
Bierce or
also
Malik.
gonna say. I know. I've got a lot of theories. So I think in level 11, Malik's gonna be mad. He's like, you fell for her deception. I'll just finish you off here, then I'll finish off Bierce. Then you defeat Malik, and then I think he's actually gonna plead with Doug at the end and say, don't listen
Probably.
to her. She'll betray you. Like, and then the option is gonna be, and then Bierce is gonna be talking to you. It's like, do it, finish him. Like, finish him. like, like I think
Mortal Kombat.
there's then gonna be an option to kill Malik or to let Malik live.
Yeah, and one will probably just lead straight to an ending. The other will.
If you kill Malik, I think Malik dies, then Bierce betrays you, and I think that's the bad ending.
Yeah. There's definitely, even though I don't think Malik's gonna die like the canon ending, there is definitely gonna be an ending where you do kill him.
Or you just trap him somewhere. Maybe you can't kill
That's
Malik,
true.
but you can just trap him for
I don't know
eternity,
what would be
basically.
worse.
I mean, being trapped for eternity, I think would be worse than dying.
For Malik, yeah.
And then
Um,
although you're very big on the endings, I know you're very big on the endings. So I want to give the microphone to you, basically, in a sense of
I
speaking. I want you to talk about the endings because I know you're big on these.
yes, I definitely this was a bit ago, like when we had a lot less to work with, but I did write up like a bunch of ideas for the ending, and one in particular that I kind of stuck with was that the final level, the S rank level, will be up against Beers.
Yeah, level 12. Do you think?
Yes, and yeah, definitely level 12. And I have a bunch of like just random ideas for that as well. Like the level will be called Dark Deception.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, and I would love for because we're probably gonna get a Beerus boss battle.
It
I
could
think
be it could
that's
be called Dark Deception, or maybe even Bierce's Betrayal.
yes, maybe. But I would love for at some point in this level for a remix of Dark Destiny.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I love that track. Such a classic.
Yes, it would be so good for nostalgia. And
Like, if we
if
ever
it's
got like a show for Dark Deception, I hope that would be like the music that plays for the intro of the show.
yes, it'd be really awesome. Um, in terms of the ending, I actually don't see Doug living.
Hmm.
Like I see him all of this being for to give Tammy and Elise a second chance, and he'll sacrifice his life for that.
I think that is going to be it because we know Doug's story ends in chapter 5. That's confirmed. Dark Deception 1 is Doug Hauser.
Yes.
So, do you think he is going to redeem himself as the canon ending? He sacrifices himself. He sacrifices himself to defeat Bierce because I think Bierce is evil. Banish Malik because Malik's still evil. He's going to banish Malik, but he sacrifices himself in doing that. But then in return, he gives Elise and Tammy another life.
Yes. Part of me is actually not sure if he will banish Malik. I think at least an idea I had was he'll deal with Bierce and Malik and him will kind of just
Maybe do you
No,
think
sure.
he'll sell his soul to Malik to save his family?
either that or just Malik gives Doug a new offer. Like he won't take his soul, but he'll kill them. He'll kill him if to get his wife and daughter back.
Or maybe
he wasn't
even
well.
what would be super badass? What if you teamed up with Malik to fight Bierce?
Yeah, I did. I saw this on MNMVC just earlier today. Someone made like a bingo. It was Lacos. Where like and it proposed the idea of Malik and Doug teaming up, and that would be really cool.
Yeah, and at the end, obviously Malik's still a demon, he's still a businessman, so he's like, Doug, you ruined me. Doug, if Doug finishes the riddle, Malik's done, he's ruined. He is not
Yeah.
becoming an elite evil anymore.
Oh, okay. That actually does remind me, Malik. So, what do you think Malik was doing during torment therapy? Because Vince made sure to point our attention to that, like try to, because he's not in that level for a reason.
Well, with the timeline and also what Malik says, I had more pressing matters. So that means that whatever was happening with Malik was more important than his ring pieces being stolen by a mortal. Which is pretty important. So I think he was battling a rival.
That's possible. That is definitely possible.
And also keep in mind, after Torment Therapy, Malik had to actually physically ambush Doug with the Joy Gang and scrutinize
Yes.
his memories in order to
Yeah.
get into the ballroom. I actually would say Malik was very desperate in Mascot Mayhem. I think it was desperation.
Definitely. I mean,